जय गुरु।
जय गुरु। केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, भाग्य सते मोर आशिब से दिन, भाग्य सते मोर आशिब से दिन, प्रीति बिनु प्रिय तमरे, प्रीति बिनु प्रिय तमरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, गाउथिब गीत मधुर गान रे, गाउथिब गीत मधुर गान रे, तोड़ुथिब पुष्प अणि गुंजन रे, दौड़ुथिब पुष्प अणि गुंजन रे, छंद समीरण मलय सुरभि, मंद समीरण मलय सुरभि, पाणी भेटुथिब पय रे, पाणी भेटुथिब पय रे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, अलका बळी रे चारु चंद्र मुख, अलका बळी रे चारु चंद्र मुख, हरुथिब कोटि ब्रह्मांडर दुख, हरुथिब कोटि ब्रह्मांडर दुख, टोपी टोपी होई गोरचना बिंदु, टोपी टोपी होई गोरचना बिंदु, शोभुथिब भालो छटरे, शोभुथिब भालो छटरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे, केबे आशिब मुकुंज दुआरे। मुकुंद दुआरे कोई देवी पाद सुबासित नीरे कोई देवी पाद सुबासित नीरे पोछिबी जतने घन कुंतल रे पोछिबी जतने घन कुंतल रे नव पल्लवित कुसुम सजाई नव पल्लवित कुसुम सजाई भसाई भी प्रेम वेदिने भसाई भी प्रेम वेदिने देवे आशिव मुकुंद दुआरे देवे आशिव मुकुंद दुआरे देवे आशिव मुकुंद दुआरे कर्पूर गुरु लेति बीते अंगे कर्पूर गुरु लेति बीते अंगे चरण से दीदी सखी गण संगे चरण से दीदी सखी गण संगे प्रणय गीतिका गाई तुम दूरे प्रणय गीतिका गाई तुम दूरे सोचिबी पुराण बंधुरे
हे दयाळु हे दरदी हे चिर सुंदर हे दयाळु हे दरदी हे चिर सुंदर तुम्ही सत्य तुम्ही नित्य तुम्ही सत्य तुम्ही नित्य तुम्ही साथी मो जन्म जन्मर तुम्ही साथी मो जन्म जन्मर हे दयाळु हे दरदी हे দয়ালু হে দরদি হে চির সুন্দর তুমি মধুর রাগিণী ছন্দ তুমি ফুটন্ত কুসুম গন্ধ তুমি মধুর রাগিণী ছন্দ তুমি ফুটন্ত কুসুম গন্ধ তুমি ভকতর ভগবান তুমি জীবনর প্রিয়তমা তুমি ভকতর ভগবান তুমি জীবনর প্রিয়তমা তুমি সন্ত তুমি অনন্ত তুমি সন্ত তুমি অনন্ত তুমি স্বপ্নমকামনার হে দয়ালু হে দরদি হে চির সুন্দর হে দয়ালু হে দরদি হে চির সুন্দর তুমি সন্ধ্যা গগনিতার তুমি প্রাণায়ার প্রীতিধার তুমি সন্ধ্যা গগনিতার তুমি প্রাণায়ার প্রীতিধার তুমি পাহন্তি আকাশে জহ্ন তুমি কোইলির কুহুতান তুমি পাহন্তি আকাশে জহ্ন তুমি কোইলির কুহুতান তুমি শক্তি তুমি মুক্তি তুমি শক্তি তুমি মুক্তি তুমি গুঞ্জকন মধুপর তুমি গুঞ্জন মধুপর হে দয়ালু হে দরদি হে চির সুন্দর হে দয়ালু হে দরদি হে চির সুন্দর তুমি নবীন অরুণ রঙ্গ তুমি সাগরে নীলা তরঙ্গ তুমি নবীন অরুণ রঙ্গ তুমি সাগরে নীলা তরঙ্গ তুমি ভকত জনারাধ্য ক্ষমজিতি মোরা পরাধ তুমি ভকত জনারাধ্য ক্ষমজিতি মোরা পরাধ তুমি পিতা তুমি মাতা তুমি পিতা তুমি মাতা তুমি বন্ধু সখা সহোদর তুমি বন্ধু সখা সহোদর হে দয়ালু হে जन्मरा हे दयाळु हे दरदी हे चिर सुंदरा हे दयाळु हे दरदी हे चिर सुंदरा.
उनके प्रादेशिक जी बोली
नहीं भाई जाइना नहीं तो
जाइना ठीक जॉइन करना है ठीक है पढ़ गया. जय गुरु. Nigamananda, page 248. Joy and sorrow is the result of prayer. I don't know how to pray, so your prayer is not. You don't know how to pray, so your prayer is not rightly offered. You pray for so many unnecessary things without locating and knowing properly your desires and yearning. You are unable to form an idea which will be beneficial to you. God is troubled by your divergent prayers. Now you ask for one thing, in the next moment you again desire for another. Thus, in the court of God, your numerous applications are gradually mounting up. Your previous applications will, of course, be granted. So, what you pray today will not be granted today. On the other hand, whatever you have prayed previously will be fulfilled first, and therefore, today's prayer will come up for fulfillment. But thereafter, today's prayer will come up for fulfillment. Whatever joys and sorrows you enjoy today are the consequences of your prayer. Once, for your happiness, you prayed for these. Today, those have turned sorrowful due to change in circumstances. All of you know the episode of prayer of a blanket. So pray after due comprehension. Your first prayers will be, "O Gurudev, give us faith." And faith begets dependence. If you attain faith, nothing remains unattainable. So my last words are, you firmly establish your mind on uncheckable substratum of faith and completely depend on me. Leave all your burdens into me. You will then have to beg nothing and pray for nothing. I shall do whatever is good for you. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Saraswata Sangha Puri, America Saraswata Sangha, 702 Sangha Puja session reported. Held on 02/02/2020, Paribrajakacharya, Amritama, Arpitama. Adhivasa Puja. Adhivasa Puja was held in the Asana Mandira on first of February 2020 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Second Feb. First session time was 7:15 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time. With the grace of Sri Sri Thakur Maharaj, today's Sangha Puja was concluded successfully. The morning session of the puja started at 7:15 a.m. with Pratikya Gana by Amrita Ma and Anjali Ma with songs Koilira Sure, Momona and Tumena Sedina Kohitila Mata respectively. During that time, all other devotees joined the puja either at NSM or via teleconference. Then Sanujit Bhai offered Mangala Arati to Sri Sri Thakur Maharaj at NSM, followed by Vandana and Stotra Vandana led by Smita Rema. Then Vishwajit Bhai led reading of Parcha Patra, prayer for Samilani and Asana Mandira Nitya Seva Puja. Then Padma Majid, Sangha Sevaka, 11th edition, Vandana Prathana Karinka Prati and Vrindavan Bhai saying the Prathana Purana Madhupa Narasila Jebe from Sangha Sevaka. From Sangha Sevaka, we read about getting worries and hurdles when we are attached to worldly happiness, but eternal bliss can only be attained through complete trust and surrender to Bhagavan. The only path to Chitta Suddhi is complete surrender to Bhagavan. After that, Anjanama read Sri Sri Guru Gita, Shloka number 89. Then Arpitama invited Sri Sri Thakur for the Balya Bhoga and all Bhai, Mas and young aspirants for Balya Prasad and to attend the second session of Sangha Puja. The first session was concluded with Jai Guru Mahanama. After that, Balya Bhoga was offered to Shri Shri Thakura and Bhai, Ma and young aspirants had Balya Prasad. Second session, time 9:45 am to 11:45 am. The second session of the puja started at 9:45 am with Abhana Gana by Diptima and Rashmima with Sangita, Sundara Chira Sundara Tume and Akhi Luha Mara Manu Nahi respectively. After Pranami Gana and opening of curtain, Miluma sang the Bandana Tuma Dara Hasa Kamara Nayana, following which Banalata Ma did Parichaya Patra and followed by Viswaprati Pranama, Viswaprati Prathana by Sivani Ma. Then Kalpana Ma read Nigam Upadasa, chapter Desire of Heart. Then Anjana Ma read minutes of last Sangha Puja. Then Ipsita Ma read Chithi to Devotees, part 1, Chithi number 46. Here Shri Shri Thakura replied to one of the devotees how he is getting attached to the soft and firm devotion of devotees and hope to meet her in upcoming festival. In Chithi number 47, he suggested not to worry if you are not receiving letter directly from me and try to be happy whenever you receive any news about me from someone else. Then Arpita Ma sang Prarthana Sangita, Moro Pade Khali Padare Kuhari. Then Pallavi Ma read some paragraphs from Sansara Pathe, part 1, chapter 7, World of Desire and Love. In this chapter, some paragraphs of delusional world was read. Even though God is everywhere, he does not manifest himself until devotees reach appropriate state. World of desire or selfishness is built on exploitation. Jiva, in illusion state of happiness in this materialistic world, believes this world is the perfect place for happiness. And Jiva, unable to realize this, till Bhagavan open his eyes. And this ignorance should not enter our mortal world, as we are the children of the Universal Mother. Then Rajabhai led the question answer session and discussed few questions from Bhai and Mas and explained about the Atma Gathana from Nirachara Tattva Sangha and feeling of Dinalipi every day. Young aspirant session started with Prathana Sangita by Bhakti Ma, Bhakta Bancha Korpataru, Thakurama Korpataru, followed by attendance of young aspirants by Swati Ma. In this session, questions and answers were discussed about cleanliness of body and mind. The YA session was concluded with Bhava Vinima by Parya Divya. Then Parya Arpitama and Amritama performed their Bhava Vinima Seva, followed by Nimantrana to Shri Shri Thakura for Madhyana Bhoga and evening puja. For the next Sangha Puja, Eva and Ajit Bhai invited Shri Shri Thakura and all Bhakta Bhais, Mas and young aspirants to be held on February 9. Then Amritama begged for forgiveness to Shri Shri Thakura and all Bhakta Mas and Bhais and young aspirants. And the session of the Sangha Puja was concluded by Vidya Prathana led by Sukanya Ma, followed by Jai Guru Nama Kirtan, and Madhyana Bhoga was offered to Shri Shri Thakura in his room. Then Biswajit Bhai took the attendance of all bhaktas, and those bhaktas present at NSM took Madhyana Prasada and left our respective places. Links to the attendance sheet is available on Shaili.net. Jai Guru. Shri Thakura Janachitra Pitama Amritama. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Guru. 64 types of sadhana bhakti. Bhakti is the treasure to be acquired by sadhana. It is not attained simply by saying verbally, I shall attain bhakti. Just as all works in the world are accomplished through practice, similarly, devotion is also attained through practice. Nevertheless, the practice of devotion is comparatively more difficult than any other work. In sadhana bhakti, God is worshipped by performing puja, japa, homa, and vrata. It requires complete surrender to God. One has to perform the sadhana of devotion to God through japa, archana, yajna, prayer, and kavacha, which means mantra used for self-protection. His worship has to be performed by attributing form to the formless, by making his idol and drawing his picture. The different angas of sadhana bhakti essentially include listening to his lila, visiting the places of his divine sport, that is the pilgrimages, recapitulating, meditating, and speaking out his glorious qualities and virtues. What is meant by anga? Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu gote shloka diyahechi tate gote word mo emane I am not able to really grasp exactly what that is. Anyway, padi douchi. English रे spelling mistake hechi. Padi douchi. आश्रित अबांतर अनेक भेदम केवलम एव वा एकम कर्मात्र विद्व विवेकम एटा इंग्लिश माने मिस्टेक हेछि विद्व विवेकम आई हैव नो आइडिया व्हाट दैट मीन्स भक्ति अंगम उच्यते भक्ति रसामृत सिंधु where irrational difference is noticed or where Swagata Bheda does not appear to be distinct. Each of such actions, to be discussed below, is treated as a component of devotion. The scripture of devotion discusses innumerable components of devotion. Out of these all, 64 components are important. These 64 components of devotion consist of three steps. First step, number 1, to take shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Gurudev. Number 2, to acquire mantra diksha and related shiksha from Sri Gurudev. 3, to perform seva of Sri Gurudev with utmost faith and sincerity. 4, to follow the path adopted by devotees. 5, to harbor quest for truth. 6, to forsake life of luxury and enjoyment for God's pleasure. 7, to live in pilgrimages. 8, to adhere till the end to those parts of action without which devotion is not attained. 9, to observe as far as practicable the sacred days like Ekadashi, etc., which are associated with Sri Hari God. 10, to protect honor of trees like amla and people, etc. These are the 10 essential components to begin with sadhana bhakti. In other words, if these 10 components are observed, devotion ushers in. Second step. Number 1, to give up from a distance the contact with people averse to the divine. 2, not to accept ineligible persons as disciples. 3, not to be effortless in connection with construction of monastery, etc. 4, to forsake practice or interpretation and arguments regarding various scriptures and 64 types of arts. 5, not to deplore over things so far unachieved or wasted after achievement, etc. 6, not to yield to tears, attachment, etc. I don't think the right anyway. Shokha without tears korchanti. Number 7, not to have disobedience to other gods. 8, not to cause anxiety in animals. 9, to remain vigilant as well as to take measures so that Seva-aparadha and Nama-aparadha are not committed. 10, to give up enviously or enmity with God and his devotees, and also listening to words indicative of such action. Sadhana bhakti is not attained without aforesaid 10 components of devotion. Therefore, it is essential to materialize these 10 components of devotion. These 20 components may be the gateway on the path of devotion, but out of these, 3 components of the first step, such as taking shelter at the feet of Gurudev, etc., are of utmost importance. First step. 1, to They are the sign of Vaishnavas. 2. To write on the body the letters indicative of God's name. 3. To take nirmalya. 4. To dance joyfully in front of God's image. 5. To fall prostrate in front of God. 7. To walk behind the image of God. 8. To visit the divine places. 9. To go around the asana having the image of God. 10. To perform archana. 11. To perform Paribrajakacharya, Deva Puja. 12. To sing of God's glory. 13. To perform Sankirtana. 14. To perform Japa. 15. To surrender to God. 16. To offer prayer. 17. To enjoy the taste of prasad. 18. To take in Charanamrita. 19. To enjoy the sweet fragrance of dhupa. 20. To have the darshan of the image of God. 21. To touch God's image. 22. To witness arati and divine festivals. 23. To listen to Nama Kirtana. 24. To realize the grace of God. 25. To remember God. 26. To meditate on God. 27. To adopt Dasya Bhava. 28. To render Saksha Bhava. 29. To surrender oneself to God. 30. To offer one's dearest things to God. 31. To direct all endeavor towards God. 32. To take shelter of God in all situations. 33. To accept Tulsi or Prasad, Tulsi Prasad. 34. To listen with devotion the scriptures like Srimad Bhagavata, etc. 35. To serve in Mathura. 36. To serve Vaishnavas. 37. To celebrate festivals with people of equal economic standard. 38. To have love for the holy month of Kartika. 39. To celebrate the birth anniversary of Lord Krishna. 40. To serve and worship sincerely the image of God. 41. To realize the essence of Srimad Bhagavata with devotees. 42. To be in company with sadhus who have the mindset identical to one's own self, as well as with sadhus who are superior and serene. 43. To perform Nama Sankirtana. 44. To reside in the domain of Mathura. These are 44 components constituting ultimate accomplishment of sadhana bhakti. A devotee attains siddhi by practicing aforesaid components of devotion. Thus, 64 components of upasana performed separately or collectively to body, senses, and antakarana are mentioned above in order. Devotion emerges through these sadhana. Sadhana means practice. Nothing can be achieved without practice or exercise. When ordinary actions like eating, walking, and talking need practice, it is never possible to develop the higher mental faculties of men without practice. Devotion emerges on surrendering mind to God and performing Nama Kirtana, joining Sadhu Sangha, discussing divine Leelas. Apart from this, devotion is also attained by performing Archana, Puja, Japa, Tapa, compassion, meditation, and Purascharana. Krishna has said, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mattah sarvam pravartate iti mattva bhajante man buddha bhava samanvitah matchita madhugata prana bodhayantah parasparam kathayantascha man nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesang satata yuktanang bhajatang pritipurvakam dadami buddhijavantang jena mam prajanti te. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verses 8 through 10. The scholars know me as the primordial cause of everything and worship me gladly, realizing that all things emanate from me. ଟିକେ ଫୋନ୍ ଟା କି ଭାଇ କିଏ କିଚେନ୍ ରେ ବୋଧେ କିଛି କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଟିକେ ଇଏ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ପ୍ଲିଜ୍, ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ। On surrendering mind and heart to me, they are able to know me. They attain supreme bliss and peace on performing Nama Sankirtana. I offer sacred wisdom to devotees who worship me joyfully, and by that they attain me. Bhakti is a holistic manifestation of wisdom. In other words, through enrichment of wisdom, one is able to discriminate between truth and untruth, proper and improper action. Then devotion emerges spontaneously. The spiritual upsurge which arises in man when all his attributes converge towards God and follow divinity is called bhakti. When all those propensities of mind are surrendered to God, his blissful self is reflected on the pure mental landscape of a devotee and offers him supreme joy. If one smiles in front of a mirror, his image also smiles back. Similarly, when man's attributes converge on God, his self is reflected on the pure mind of a devotee. He is ever blissful, desireless. Hence, it is but natural that corresponding devotional traits arise in a devotee. When a sadhaka experiences supreme joy, then only he becomes happy. He does not have any sense of individual identity. Joy Guru.
Joy Guru. We generally do some discussions after this. Chapter has another page and half or so. So what I'll do is move to discussion to next week, so we can prepare and take this chapter as a whole. So aji amaro jaldi program saribare thila, and I didn't realize Padika Samrani is going a little early, and we'll see. Hopefully this will end later, but YouTube is preserving all our videos, so bhai maamane, you don't have to listen to our program and watch Ananda Sabha at the same time. You can watch it a little later. So with that, amaro aji Smruti Charana Niroprasthana thila. So basically January 17 तारीखी रात्रि 17 तारीख रात्रि about midnight or so, ମୋ ବଡ଼ ଭାଇ ନିହାର ଭାଇ ତାଙ୍କର ହଠାତ୍ heart attack ହେଲା, ଚାଲିଗଲେ. So that is why I was in India and came back. So many of you knew him. He visited us back in 2013 and attended our Samrani and also joined class Puja. We did not have somebody to play Mudam, so he was helping us out in there. So many of you knew, and amaro Vishit Bhai and Brother Bhai, they were just suggested to have the Smruti Charana and Niroprasthana, so we are doing it. Amaro Niroprasthana kariba purbaru I was talking to Vijay Bhai, who felt he was very connected with him. So I would ask Vijay Bhai to spend a few minutes and then we'll go to Niroprasthana, or if somebody else, if time permitting, we may do one more. Jai Guru. Vijay Bhai.
Jai Guru. Pran Thakur, Mao Bhai Mane. Amane Thakur Pakre, Aji Smruti Sangha Smruti Charana Korchu Thakur Pakre Prarthana Niyar Bhai Kar Atmar Sadgati Bhai. Au Thakur Pakre ame asu khushi re dukh re mane kichta bhallo hele kosto paile. So that is where we find our center. That is where we find our equilibrium. Any deviation here and there, and then Sangha is our strength, and that is also how we discover Thakura and Thakura's blessing in our life, Thakura's presence in our life. And today is another day when we come to both grieve and also celebrate Nihar Bhai's life. I'll be brief. I'll just say that within a very short period of time, when he came to visit with us and Samrani and all that, I felt connected with him. And the best part about it was that he made sure that I knew and everybody knew that he was elder brother of Gana Bhai. That he was the elder son and the elder brother. He really wanted to stake his place, and I saw a little bit of what happens in my life because I'm the eldest son in my family, the eldest male child. So he was doing some of that, and I was really amused by that. And then he acknowledged Gana Bhai has done well, but he made sure that I knew that he was the better student between the two of them, that his academic records were better than Gana Bhai's. So I was really amused by some of these things, and we really connected in the sense that I found that he, even though had gone into, he was a general manager with Steel Authority of India, and then he had done very well professionally. But then I found this that his inclination towards the training and towards teaching, and that he would love. And I discussed with him that Bhai, apan jato retire karibe, I can really find something where you can, your time and your talent can be spent. But Thakur Vitare, and then one of the things I was touched that he, Samrani Bade class, Puja Bade, I had to teach one evening. I had an evening class, and then he asked me if he could accompany me, and he stayed the entire time as to how it is done, how classes are interactive, how people ask questions and you engage a class. So I have very fond memories of Gana Bhai's elder brother, and today Thakur Pakare Prarthana, they, Apanapam Jibanro, you direct our life, you decide, everything what happens, we are not in control, and this is a good reminder of us about our mortality, and then, both our reliance on you, Nirbharata, and then that we surrender our life to you and our days to you. We try to be in control to the extent we can, but deep down we know that that it is your will, and when my time comes and when his time came, we just accept life as it is. And I know it is very difficult for Gana Bhai, Ma, Swati Ma, and Rini, and so Sangha is with you, and you all are highly developed individuals, and that we are with you, and we pray for Thakura and pray for the family, and same thing with Deva Bhai and Ma, and then nearby is Gaura Ma. This is a very difficult time, but then on behalf of our Sangha, and then, Nigam family, we are a family, and then to understand the ways of life and to accept Thakura's ways, and to, some ways understand that, he's a much better place than he was. He's free from any pain, and his time had come. So with that, again, Thakur Pakare, Pranapula Prarthana, Thakur, do good to us, allow us to live a good life to the extent we can, guide us, and then be in our life, and then allow us to have the strength to surrender and to give in to your ways. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. With a bit of emotion, I forgot to mention a few things. He was 59 years old and a member of Raukila Saraswata Sangha at Shaktinagar, and he started subscribing or getting his Paribrajakacharya back in 1983. Actually, both of us got at the same time. Kali mu sunutili Samrani sethi amaro bhai jane koutile Bhagavatam Surya porutile. He happens to be my batchmate actually. Ke Bhagavatam bhai ko Paribrajakacharya anle gote page thila. Par pilamanku only page 1, page 2 diya houtila. I still remember several years. Page 1, page 2 ame after some years they stopped that and converted to a full Paribrajakacharya. So the Paribrajakacharya basically Raukila Sangha member thile. So it is definitely a big loss. We are actually running out of time. I know Bundan Bhai was the last person in our Sangha to see him. Till the end of November I met him. obviously I stayed in my house. And then they went around Christmas and saw him there. And Unane, if you want to take just 30 seconds or 40 seconds and finish anything you want to say.
जय गुरु भाई नहीं मु जस्ट कहया चाहूली आप जहाँ कहले जय गुरु नहीं मु जाइली डिसेम्बर 25 मु राउरकेला जाइली हमर से आरिस राउरकेला पास कर सिल्वर जुबली थिला सो मोर आगुरु प्लान थिला जे जीबी दोल भाई देखिक आसबी भाई तो देहटा भल नथिला दोल भाई और माँ को सो मु जाइली अराउंड इवनिंग टाइम रे पहुंचली आफ्टरनून इवनिंग लेट आफ्टरनून भाई जाइले नियर भाई जाइले ऑफिस जाइले फेरले बसले देखी बहुत खुशी हो गले कथा थालु डिनर कलु माने ठाकुर प्रसाद पाई के मु राति ट्रेन में फेरथि सो वी हैड लॉट ऑफ गुड मेमोरीज वी डिस्कस्ड चलास्टले 2013 रे सो आनंद सभा विषय कथा था केमि सब एठी चली सो आई वाज रियली शॉक जते मैं न्यूज़ ता सुनिली कहना ना पूरा जो शुणिले मत लगे माने हेबे जस्ट कथा आईली पुणी केमती कौन हो गला ठाकुर पाखे एति प्रार्थना भाई आसते भाई तो कहले 2013 आसते केते क्लोजनेस रे कथार्ता सब होइतलु केते भल लागितला सो इट वाज रियली काइंड ऑफ शॉकिंग बट एट द सेम टाइम विजय भाई जा कहले कि he definitely at a better place ठाकुरଙ୍କ श्री चरण रे चिरदिन पई विश्राम लाभ करछंती without any pain so ठाकुरଙ୍କ पाखरे एति की प्रार्थना जे कर आत्मा रो सद्गति हो आउ केमती केना भाई दोल भाई एंड फैमिली को a big loss रे it's a big loss तेनु केमती एई समयटा रे just to kind of get past this सेतिकी शक्ति दियंतु सेतिकी मन रे बल दियंतु एतिक ठाकुर पाख प्रार्थना जय
जय नीरो प्रार्थना करिबा 1 मिनिट आउथरे तो जय गुरु कहिबी then we'll end जय जय माया भेड़ी की रे भुलाई कहीं की हरे भरी लाना माया भेड़ी की रे भुलाई कहीं की रे भरिल नयन रूपा बही भवे देल जनम वृथा माया प्रेम बीतिला दिन कृपा बही भवे देल जनम वृथा माया प्रेम बीतिला दिन बासी फूल से तो झरी गला हेले तुम पदे कर बीना बासी फूल से तो झरी गला हेले तुम पदे कर बीना नेई गल देवे अजणा रही दे टूटाई संसार बंधन नेई गल देवे अजणा रही दे टूटाई संसार टूटाई संसार बंधन देखा देल देवे जनमे हाथ धरी मुक्ति धामे देखा देल देवे जनमे हाथ धरी मुक्ति धामे देखा देल देवे जनमे हाथ धरी मुक्ति धामे दीप शिखा से तली भी गला हेले तुम साथे मिलना दीप शिखा से तली भी गला हेले तुम साथे मिलना नेई गल देवे अजणा रही दे टूटाई संसार बंधन नेई गल देवे अजणा रही दे टूटाई संसार बंधन टूटाई संसार बंधन माया भेड़ी कीरे भुलाई कहीं की लुहरे भरिल नयन माया भेड़ी कीरे भुलाई कहीं की लुहरे भरिल नयन लुहरे भरिल नयन लुहरे भरिल जय आदिना
Jai Guru. Thakura Maharaj, all Bhakta Bhais, Mads, and young aspirants, today is my Bhagavani Maya. I finished my first semester of sophomore year about a month ago. I'm not gonna lie, sophomore year has been tougher than I expected, but it motivated me to try harder. I know that junior year will be even tougher, and I pray to Thakur to guide me along the right path. Last week, we had an assembly and a workshop about career choices and tips to prepare for college. I know I still have more than 2 years before college, but it got me thinking a lot. The idea of growing up and going to college scared me, but my parents comforted me and my friends helped me decide on the classes I should take for next year. I was freaked out a little bit, but I realized that as long as I have my family, the Sangha, and Thakur, I have nothing to be afraid of. I'm so thankful to my parents who have support me no matter what, and Thakur to guide me through the tough times. In September of last year, I had a little accident. I was riding a bike with my friend when I fell off going downhill and I got a concussion. I thank Thakur endlessly for not letting anything more severe happen to me, and I thank my parents for teaching me well enough for me to put on a helmet. If I wasn't wearing a helmet, I wouldn't know what would have happened. This concussion was, to say the least, life-altering for me. I couldn't participate in my whole varsity cross-country season. My grades were falling, and it was really difficult to do the things that I loved the most. It was a hard time for me, but I wouldn't trade the learning experience I gained from anything. For countless days, I would think to myself, what if I never got a concussion? I realized I needed to stop saying that because I can't change the past, but I can change what I learned from it and how I'm going to use it to help me move forward. Now, I don't look at this concussion as a bad thing anymore, but a lesson to keep trying and not give up. I didn't give up even though I wanted to, and now my life is even better. The reason I brought this up is because I would like to thank Thakur so much for keeping me safe, my parents for taking the best care of me, and my friends for sticking with me and helping me catch up in school. I'm also very thankful for Wise Session and all the things that we learned from it. Overall, I'm forever thankful and grateful for being a part of the Sangha and thankful for Thakur's grace. Thank you. Jai Guru.
Ajit Ray. Ajit Ray नाम की म्यूट रखते हैं. Looks like Ajit Ray is not on the line, so we have to keep moving. Ajit Ray को पाई श्री ठाकुर महाराज उनको निमंत्रण करते हुए प्राण ठाकुर भाई बहन ଆଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ଯଦି ଆମେ aspirant କି join କରିଥାନ୍ତି, definitely one of them is there. I invite Sri Thakur for Madhyana Bhoga after Puja today and evening Puja at 6:30. Jai Guru. Now, Jamie, you are there. You can invite for next Sunday.
Jai Guru. I invite Sri Thakur, all the young aspirants, the parents, and other members to our next session to be held on Sunday, February 16th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Jai Guru.
And Vijay Bhai for Sangha Puja, please.
Jai Guru, Thakur, Ma, Bhai, Pilamane, young aspirants, Brindavan Bhai, Ame Pariya, Goptaro, Asanta, Sangha Puja Pai, Thakur Maharaj, Sangha Samasta, Bhakta, Dev, এবং young aspirants କୁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛୁ ପୂଜା ଆମକୁ ସେବାର ସୁଯୋଗ ଦେବେ ଏବଂ ପୂଜାଟିକୁ ସବୁ ସର୍ବସ୍ୱରେ ସଫଳମଣ୍ଡିତ କରିବେ. ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ.
One more call for Ajit Bhai if you're back. He's not, so प्राण ठाकुर भाई माँ मैंने आज अजित भाई को तरफ विभा तरफ पूजा जहाँ किसी भूल चुटी जाए आप श्री चरण में क्षमा प्रार्थना करुच्ची. प्रथम है लास्ट मोमेंट रे प्रोग्राम चेंज कलु टू फैसिलिटेट पीपल गोइंग एंड अटेंडिंग और viewing आनंद सभा. we proposed and you disposed. So Anand Sabha started a lot earlier than I thought. But in any case, तापरे अन्य जहाँ किसी आमर जहाँतरे भूली जाइथिबो सेतिकाई आपनको श्री चरण सरोजरे क्षमा प्रार्थना करछि।
जय गुरु भाई तो पूछे
देखो सुना गला
मु लैपटॉप रो जॉइन करथिल किंतु सेठी सम टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम था क्षमा करियो भाई।
हाँ नहीं लैपटॉप रो केबे जॉइन करियन जदि आपन स्पीकिंग रोल अछि लैपटॉप रो जॉइन करले टिके बेबले तार ऑडियोटा काम करेन तो
अच्छा सब सुनिपारथिले एवं जय गुरु कोई की म उतरे क्षमा प्रार्थना कर दछ भाई।
आज्ञा
जय गुरु श्री श्री ठाकुर को अपार करुणारु आज इबाओ मते सेवा पाळीर सुजोग मिलतिला। आज पूजा रे ज्ञात अज्ञात सारे जहाँ किसी भी त्रुटि हो जाइछि सेति पई श्री श्री ठाकुर समस्त
कटी लिखले ठीक अछि क्या बतना है जाइछि आ शिवानी में आछन लाइन पे टिके अर्ली है जे आपन पई सो आई एम नॉट श्योर इफ यू आर रेडी या
मैं तेरा कॉल करथिले से का चाली छी सन लेट है छी
गुनान भाई विदा करना है।
जय गुरु दया माया सी चरणे करे निवेदन दया
Jai